Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh to everyone and welcome to our today's webinar and thank you for joining us. So my name is Mashitah binti Muhamad Basir and my partner today, Sister Ma Wenxiao. We're gonna be the moderator for today's webinar and today we are presenting the topic of empathy and inclusivity of women with title single mothers. So, I'm going to introduce our speakers for today, the Honorable Dr. Haffiezhah An-Nadiah Azlan as an Assistant Professor Department of Psychology from Kuliah Islamic River Knowledge Human Science. Thank you so much, Madam, for willing to be our speaker for today to present on this topic.
Thank you, Madam.
So just to remind every audience, please mute the call during the presentation to avoid from any noises during the webinar. And if you guys have any questions, please just type them into the questions box and I will ask the questions at the end of the session. So before we discuss further about this topic, we can see for this topic about single mother, this group of single mother didn't get much attention from society. This is nowadays where most of women are highly educated and being independent in managing their own financial, but still they are struggling in many aspects of being single mothers, and even there's a few who do not have a career and lost their dependence after being a single mother. So this is why we are inviting a speaker from psychology department. It's because we want to know, we know that the topic about single mother have related, and we can see that single mothers show high rates of psychological problems associated with high levels of economic disadvantage, mental depression, and many more that will be explained by our speaker today. So without wasting our time introducing our speaker for today, Dr. Madam Haffiezhah An-Nadiah Azlan to introduce about your background and also give explanation about the definition of single mothers from your perspective.
Okay. Hi everyone. Assalamualaikum warahmatullah. Thank you for having me today. Okay. So I'm Haffiezhah Azlan. So I'm from the Department of Psychology. So currently I just joined the IIUM last February. Okay. So and I'm currently teach the subject of Introduction to Psychology. Okay, so if you would like to know, if you would be interested to know more about psychology, maybe you could join the course next semester. Okay, about the definition of single mothers. Okay, so there are several definition of single mothers. Okay, out there. Basically in Malaysia, the single mother is defined by a woman, okay, a mother who raise or brings up her child or children without the presence of her spouse, okay, that's staying with her, whether it because of the separation, divorce, or maybe abandonment, or maybe the death of one of the partner. Okay, so in some other places, single mothers might also defined by a woman who like give birth without the presence of any legal partner. Okay, but in Malaysia we doesn't really we don't really adopt that definition in our current context, and then some definition also exclude mothers who are separate but still got the assistance and support from the fathers of the child. Okay, so if the fathers still emotionally, financially, and physically present for the child, so that woman doesn't really included in the category of the single mother. Okay, yeah.
Okay, madam. Okay, so that we know that single mother is a woman who already separate with her husband, and some of single mother get emotional support, get financial support, but there's also some who didn't get that kind of supporters. So, may I know what are the challenges that single mothers face in terms of financial, emotional, and mental aspect, and how does the single mother status affect the child?
Okay, sorry, okay, yeah, so I've got a report from the chairperson of the Islamic Single Mother Association for Selangor. Okay, so uh, most of women who get singles, okay, who get separated, most of the times they have a very minimal saving or no saving at all. Okay, and then this women also most of the time struggle to enter back the workforce, okay, because some of them might lack of knowledge, some of them might having a lack of updated skills that the workforce need. Okay, so that they most of them struggle to achieve their financial independence, and then this situation may lead to other emotional issues in both the mother and the children. Okay, have you heard like recently we got like we've heard a case about a single mothers who got fined around 5,000 ringgit because of doing sex trade, something like that. Okay, and then in 2016 in Sarawak, there was a case where two children were found dead, were found killed by the mother, and then the mother then commit suicide. Okay, so the mother basically killed the murdered her own children. Uh, she asked them to drink some detergent. Okay, so and then further investigation found that the family just get abandoned by their father, and then they suffer from lots of financial issues. Okay, so that's among the challenge that single mothers may experience, but especially at the beginning of uh, at the beginning of the separation, for example, or at the beginning or immediately after the death of the partners. But some of the single parent might thrive over the time. Okay, so the adaptation process might be a bit tough. Okay, for first few years most of the time, but then there are some single mother that manage to make it through the process. Okay.
Okay, madam.
Okay.
So as they explained by madam, which is the challenges by single mother is not easy to be faced. So, how could we feel empathetic with single mothers, and would empathy lead to inclusion, madam?
Yes, so empathy are definitely a first step that may lead to the inclusion. Okay, so if we be able to empathize to this group of women, we might find it's easier to understand them. It's We might find it's easier to be open and be more supportive to this group of women. Yeah.
Okay. So, can we move to the next question, madam?
Yes, please. I'm referring my notes.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, as we can see the statement at the slide, which is a woman with the single mother status is not respected by the others. So, what do doctor think about this statement?
Mm, I think uh, it might be partially true. Okay, so um, why do you think is that? Ken? Why do you think there are some people that might disapprove of the woman with a single mother status? Okay, so there might be lots of reasons, or complex reasons behind this. Okay, but one of it, I think it could be because of um, um, the lack of, I mean, the lack of acceptance of the non-traditional families. Okay, so because um, sometimes people might find it hard to understand people that are different from them, that have different situation from them. So um, it can be because of this. Okay, because single mothers they're having like a role in a like a quite different or different from the traditional families. Okay, so this might be the reason why people find it hard to understand. Okay, so I think if we can raise the acceptance, if we can raise and we can encourage the acceptance to the form of the non-traditional families. I mean, some families might have only mothers, some family might only have only daddies, and some families might have both. Maybe two. I mean, some families might have two mothers, can as or something like that. Can so there are lots of form of families, and so if we can encourage the acceptance on this non-traditional form of families, maybe hopefully we can increase a little bit the acceptance to the single woman. Yeah. Okay.
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 Okay, madam.
Okay.
Next
Yeah.
about the self-care. This is how do you think about the self-care? Is it important for single mothers, and what should they do to ensure that they practicing self-care?
Yes, it is important for the single mom and single mothers to take care of themselves, because taking care of themselves is part of taking care of their kids. Okay, so there was a study it has been published in a journal of neuroimage. Okay, so they found that the brainwave of the mother synchronize, okay, tend to synchronize with the brainwave of their babies. Okay, so that's mean they actually influence each other. They're connected, like there are neural connection between mother and babies. Okay, so it's important for the mom to take care of themselves, so that they can bring a good influence to the babies and to their children. Okay, and then in terms of how do they practice of the self-care, I think different people got different ways in taking care of themselves. Okay, so like things that probably make me feel relaxed probably not, doesn't really work for you, macam tu kan. So um, they can explore what kind of self-care practice that work for them, that makes them happy, that make them feel more relaxed. Okay, so like maybe they can there are some activities that we can do to induce our like happy hormone in our body. Okay, we got happy hormone like endorphin, like oxytocin, okay, in our body. Okay, so like for example, to induce endorphin, we can get involved in lots of exercise, in physical activities, and then to induce oxytocin, we can seek connection, cuddle, lots of cuddles with kids, with friends. Okay, so by yeah, but it is important for them to taking care of themselves. Yeah.
So as we can see that either the single mother have children or not, they are it is important for single mother to practicing self-care, right? So for the next question, how could the families of single mothers help this kind of group, which is single mothers?
Yeah. Again, different people might need a different.
Madam, doctor, I'm sorry for interrupt, but your voice is not that clear.
Oh, really? Okay, okay. Yeah, can you hear me now? Yeah, let me sit
Really
closer.
sorry.
Okay, that's all right. Thank you for letting me know. Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Now I can. Yeah.
Okay. I try to talk closer to the microphone. Thank you for letting me know. Okay.
Okay, sorry, madam.
This is okay. So yeah. Uh, uh, okay, people might get different needs. Okay, so families of single mother can the best way to help someone is to ask what would they need. Okay, okay, some single mom, like some mother might need like some help with the childcare, for example, to run some errands, to maybe to go out for some self-care session. But some women might need um, some women might need a listening ear. Okay, so so that's how the families of the single mothers can help them, like with asking them what they would need, and then give them support as much as yeah possible.
So family support is really important to this kind of group because they need like emotional support, mental support from their family too. So this is the first session about our topic. Do madam need take 5 or some rest?
Okay, it's okay. You can
Okay.
proceed.
Okay. If no, we can continue with the next questions by my partner, Ma Wenxiao.
Okay.
Hi, madam. I have a question about the how could the society help single mothers?
Okay. I think, like I mentioned just now, I think childcare is a big part of uh, the help that.
Sorry, madam.
Oh,
I cannot hear you.
okay. Yeah. Okay. Can you hear me now? Okay. So like I've mentioned just now, like apa tu? Uh, childcare is a big part of the single mothers, I guess. Because um like most of single mothers might be working, and then they need to have fully responsibility in taking care of their children. So if so I think that's one way to help that's one way the society can help the single mothers. Okay, so if you got like maybe uh, 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 if you know single mothers around you, someone that juggling with lots of works and childcare, maybe you can offer some help with their to take care of their children for a while, maybe for a few hours. And then another ways that society may help the single mothers is maybe through active integration to work. Like maybe if you got small business, if this societies okay members that got small businesses, maybe you could offer some role or some suitable uh, responsibility to the single mother to help them or to empower them financially. Okay.
Oh, yeah. With the help of the society, the pressures on single mothers will be relativized. And next question is, what kind of attitude to life does a single mother have?
Uh, I think the best. I think the, the one of the attitude that single mother can adopt is just try to do their best with what they have at that point in their life. Okay, and then try to know when they need to be independent and when they need to seek help. Okay, so it's important to be comfortable to seek help as well. Uh, whether from people around you, whether from like any institution. Okay. Uh,
Yes, it can be said that the attitude toward life is very important. Right. So, next question is, do you think all married mothers should prepare themselves themselves for the single mother status in case it happens to them, like in terms of having financial independence?
Yeah, I think we all like as adult, it's important for us to work on to be financially and emotionally independent of our status. Yeah. So if you are married, I mean, even though you are not like, even though you are not a single mother, I think it's important for you to work on to be emotionally and financially independent as much as possible. Yeah.
Yes. What should a mother do after she suddenly become a single mother?
Okay. So I think the first thing that mother should do once they're being in that situation is try to sort out their emotion first. Okay, so try to sort out their emotion first. Maybe find support groups that are involved, like other single parents. Okay, so sometimes we find release, and then we can discuss with other people that share similar distress with us, or experience similar stresses with us. So and then uh, after they feel better emotionally, then they can decide for other important things in their life. Like, I mean, they can focus on other practical or logistic issues revolving their life. Okay, and then they might also want to consider to talk with their children. Okay, the situation. Okay, so about the situation, about the emotions that are revolving around that changes. Okay, the adaptation. Okay, so like for small children, for example, there are some storybooks out there that talking about separation, about death of the other parents. Okay, so you can explore that, and then like try and then get that as one way to support your children as
Yes, madam, I see that.
well.
Next question is about from the Islamic perspective, how should the Muslim treat single mothers? Yes.
I think I think in Islam we always encourage to treat people with respect, okay, regardless of our background or status. Okay, so and then the Prophet also um, remind us many times in several hadiths that it's important, like try to treat uh, women nicely. Okay, so I think that's a good reminder on how we would treat um, uh, women in this society.
Yes. Next question is about how have single mothers been affected by the CMCO period?
Yeah. Yeah. So uh, I saw I saw a study conducted on this. Okay, how the single mothers are affected by the CMCO. Okay, and then they found that from 400 women, single women, they found that 28 around 28%. Is it 28? Let me check. Yeah, 28% of them doesn't have any help with the childcare. Okay, so and then they need to they need to struggle to balance in between the professional and the the childcare role. Okay, So that's one way how the MCO period affect the single mothers, because most schools were closed. Okay, so then it's hard to find a suitable place uh, to to let the children stay. And then another one is yeah, of course, the financially, okay, because during the CMCO there are some mothers that had lost their job. So for some other women, they might some other married women or a woman that who got partner, they might still got like a safety net. Can they got like another partner that can help um, with the financial, but with the single moms, some of them has lost their job, and then yeah, they would struggle to survive during this MCO period. Okay.
Yeah, we can say CMCO was difficult for everyone, including the single mothers.
Yeah.
That is all of your questions.
Yeah.
It is not easy for single mothers in current life. They have a heavy burden in their shoulders, and sometimes they have to bear the children and everything. The topic of our individual today, empathy and inclusivity of women with title single mothers. Dear Dr. Haffiezhah shows us some of the after listening to it, I benefit a lot. Do the rest of us have any questions?
So now Q&A session for the audience. If you guys have any question to ask, you can just type it or just unmute the call.
Okay, so I got a question here. Hi, Afifa. Thank you for the question. Okay. So, I guess, okay, can everyone read the question? Okay, so thank you for sharing with us. So I guess, yeah, I guess you didn't have to accept the new guy as your father, and maybe because you only got your father, betul tak? Can, so you didn't have to accept him as your father. Okay, how about how would you think if you can accept? Can you accept him as your partner, your mother's partner? Can you accept that? Yeah, you can just respond. Okay. So I mean that you don't necessarily accept him as a father, but how would you feel if um how would you feel to accept him as a partner of your mom? What do you think about that?
I
Yeah.
think it would be still awkward to have some stranger
Okay.
in yeah, that's why. And I think because of this awkwardness, my mom do not want to find anyone and just live like this. Yeah.
Oh, okay. How many of you? Your siblings? Do you got another siblings?
Yeah, I have 8 siblings.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So your mom not ready to find someone else?
Yeah, my mom doesn't really tell us about it, but my mom's colleague always ask my mom to, oh, yeah, let's go lah, find another partner, like that. So
Okay.
I think society also need to educate themselves lah about the title of single mother, how they actually feel. It's not really easy to find another partner, right?
Yeah. 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 And
Sorry to interrupt. I
uh,
mean, from the question from Afifah Zulkifli, which is she said that the colleges of her mom always ask to find a new partner. I think this is also one of challenges which is the single mother need to face. The society keep forcing to find a new partner, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it will affect their mental aspect and so on.
yeah. I think it's a very personal thing as well. Seeking for a partner. Personally, I think um, uh, it's uh, it's not a suitable thing to ask around. Okay, because it's a very personal things. Okay. Yeah. So
Okay.
yeah.
Is there any questions? Another questions from the audience? If no, I think we can just end the session. Is it alright, madam?
Yes, it's okay.
By the way, you look so cute, madam.
Thank you.
Okay. Ma Wenxiao, do you want to say anything?
No, I think the that's all.
Okay. We can end our session here. Oh, and there's another question from Siti Nur Aiman binti Abdul Khalid. Okay, I think this gonna be the last questions for today. So, is there any organization that gives support to the single mother, same like the MIASA organization who care about mental illness?
I think one of the organization is the Ministry of Women. Okay, so on the website, okay, you can find lots of information and like some assistance and support related to the single mothers, and then there are also you can also be registered under them so that they can approach you with some support. Okay, so I think Ministry of Women is one of the best organization that you can go for. Yeah, for some support. Okay. Sorry, Mashita, I can, your mic mute. Sorry.
Sorry, madam. How about the single mother who's afraid to join this kind of organization because they doesn't want people to know that they are this kind of group. They are single mothers.
Oh, um, I think they need to probably um, like
Because
ask
you,
the
you you have mentioned in your point about be comfortable to seek help, right? Maybe you can relate to that point.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, some people might feel a bit uncomfortable to seek help. Okay, but I think most of the application can be do in private as well. That they are not like an open application, something like that. So if you feel uncomfortable with people knowing about your status, maybe you can like do the application, go for the application that is like more private macam tu kan, like I mean like the process of the application that are not really open macam tu. Okay.
Okay. So we end our session for today. Thank you, audience and madam, for joining our webinar today.
Yeah,
Thank you. Thanks a lot, and I appreciate it. I really appreciate madam for spending your time. Okay. That's all for today. Thank you so much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
bye bye.
Bye bye. Thank you.